Hello everyone, how are you guys? I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to the third video of our channel. And since I've already claimed in the previous videos that I've made for my channel that I'm about to undertake a venture, and while I'm trying to collaborate with the people and I'm trying to get my team on board, so I've decided that I'm going to bring some insightful knowledge to you guys so that you guys can get to have some learning. Because I've already said that it's not only going to be about designing, it's not only going to be about the consultancy, but at the same time it's going to be about a lot of knowledge and learning which is going to be provided to you guys from me, so that you guys can also try to put that information to use. In this video we are going to talk about Pakistani cuisine, because since my project is going to be all about Pakistani culture and Pakistani events that you guys are going to get to see through the videos. So we all know that Pakistani cuisine is very tasty, and in our language we call it desi food, and it has got a lot of variety. So when you are trying to serve Pakistani food on any occasion or on any event, so sometimes you get confused what dishes to keep. So because sometimes I've seen that when I go for any event, when they're serving food, one dish is not complementing the other dish. Or sometimes they're going for a mixture of desi food with continental or oriental dishes. Okay, you can go for the combination, but try to keep both the things separate. But when you are serving Pakistani food, you have to ensure that whatever dish that is being served, it should complement the other dish that you're serving. For instance, like if you're keeping saag, you can serve it with makai ki roti. And sometimes you don't have to keep a lot of variety, just keep limited items, but make sure that those items are blending with one another, so that when the person will eat the food, that person can understand, okay, this is the cuisine that person is eating, whether it is Pakistani, Chinese or whatsoever. Now, if you look at elite people, they can have as many dishes as they want to keep because they can spend that much. But when it comes to the masses, because majority of the people, they belong to mediocre class, so they cannot go for all the dishes. So over here I'm going to give you basic tips how you can cut the cost and still you can serve food that is tasty with good variety and people can get to enjoy what they're eating. Don't go for a lot of dishes. Try to keep minimum dishes, but at least make sure that those dishes are going with one another. Suppose on one day, if you're going for Punjabi food from Pakistani cuisine, so if you're serving saag with makai ki roti, you can serve it with lassi and 2-3 more Punjabi dishes and you're good to go. You don't have to keep other things. With this, you don't need to keep biryani, you don't need to keep pulao or anything else. You can keep it on some other day. Like this, you're cutting the cost and still you are making people to enjoy the food that is being served. And even if you're going for a fusion cuisine in which you're also trying to keep something from the western part of the world, so make sure that keep two cuisines separate. One more thing, another tip to cut the cost for the food that you're serving on your event, don't go for the seafood, because if you keep seafood, then your budget becomes double. Because first of all, seafood that you serve is expensive, so you can increase dishes in the meat items, but don't go for the seafood. And the people who don't like to eat seafood, no matter how good a seafood is cooked, still they won't eat it. You can take example of my father. My father doesn't like to eat seafood. So even if we go to any event and if seafood is there, he doesn't eat it. So the food is getting wasted. So this is also that you guys have to keep in your mind, that if you are going for the seafood, your budget becomes double. So if you minus the seafood from the menu that you decide upon any event, first of all, your cost will reduce, your budget will become half, and people will love it. And with the seafood, like the way I've already mentioned, I've given you the example of my father, that no matter how good seafood is, if my father doesn't like to eat it, he won't eat it. And there are many people that I know who don't like to eat seafood. So this is how you can cut the cost and make sure whatever items that you keep, they should blend, they should go with one another. Go for limited items, good and tasty items out of the variety. Thank you very much.